Good morning and welcome everybody to the 8th edition of the Wild Saturday League. This has been our two captains here, especially for the toss, DCC, Mr. Arun, and introduce yourself.
Power hitter Alpesh Dalia.
Arun from DCC.
Okay, both these team captains are ready, and just a brief about our tournament. Almost 14 teams were there, and we have so far the top two teams are here, and there are two more eliminator finals going on. One in the CCC ground, and one is opposite NCC. This is Bentley Boys. The second eliminator is going with Bentley Boys and Desert Vipers, and the first eliminator is going on from Unicorn and Players 11 Salmiya. Here today, the main final we are witnessing with DCC and Power Hitters, one of the two best teams. And this tournament would not have been possible without Rahil Sheikh, our chief and main, who has really given a lot of his time and efforts, especially during this season and all throughout their season. Ben, thank you once again for coming and giving us the support, especially for the live feed. Just for the toss, and then I'll give a brief about our tournament. The toss will be Alpesh. Can you start? Ship is the call, and now it's tails. Tails. So Alpesh has won the toss, and he will decide what to do.
Yes, we will first bet.
Okay, Alpesh has decided to bat. Alpesh, a few words about the tournament.
Yes, it's very good throughout. Nice experience and overall excellent game. Thank you.
I call upon Arun. It's a few words.
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, and especially for Mr. Johnson, and because why he's going through a hard situation right now. Still, he's put here full effort for the conducting this tournament and finishing it off. And I wish you all the best for my opposite team, Power Hitters. And thank you so much, and thank you so Johnson, and especially Rahil too, to help us to reach here. Thank you so much.
Thank you both the team captains, and you will be ready for the game. We start in another 5 minutes. Both the teams, congratulations. Both the teams, congratulations. So we are ready here, especially for this final season 8. And I welcome all the viewers around the world, especially in Kuwait, in India, and all over the world. Thank you for viewing in for Ben Creations and this final. Final is nothing but we went through a lot of almost 5 months to reach this place, especially for DCC and for Power Hitters. Also, if you see to my right, Desert Vipers and Bentley Boys, they are ready for their second eliminator final. And to my left, on the front side, we have Unicorn versus Players 11 Salmiya. Both the teams, almost 6 teams are available here, especially for this fine Saturday morning. And once again, Ben, thank you for giving us this opportunity, especially for the cricket lovers, for a live feed. And I call upon my teammates, especially the organizing committee. They are still here. And we will start the game in 5 minutes or so. So overall, we had 14 teams. And all these 14 teams, they gave their best. Especially, I have to just say a few words about the captains who are here, especially for this 14 who are here, especially who will be here for the presentation finals. And we started with, just excuse me. The 14 teams which were Legends 11, Tiger CC, DCC, Power Hitters, Unicorn, KTFC, Players 11 Salmiya, Wild Strikers, Desert Vipers, Rising Royal Strikers, Bentley Boys, CCC, Neon Warriors, and Panthers. I thank each and every one of the captain and its team members, especially for making this season 8 a success and coming over and supporting this league. And I request them also to join the next league, which will start from next week, the season 9. 5 KD is only the tournament fees, because we don't have prize money, but we have especially trophies and all. So I welcome Team DCC who are ready now. And I thank Ben once again for giving us this opportunity for this live feed. Thank you.
So there we are. A very good morning, dear viewers. Welcome to the File Strikers, presents the File Saturday League Season 8 Grand Final. And it's going to be between the Power Hitters who take on DCC. And we are live from the NCC Cricket Ground, Abu Halifa, Kuwait. And as you see, your favorite streaming channel, it's on BENCREATIONS. Alongside me, Jason D'Souza, the commentator for the match. As we speak about, it's an exciting weather. As always, we want to have an exciting weather, but early in the mornings is where things are pretty much, easy for the game to begin. And as we get going, it starts to get a bit hotter. But here we are, all set and ready. The lineup, we will read the one by one, definitely. But the two batters, Kushal Dalwadi and Dharmesh Bhatt, are out there for the Power Hitters. They had won the toss and they wanted to bat first. So ball number 1 comes our way. Kept it pretty much straight on that occasion. It is Sudesh Kumar who comes into the attack. So there's no doubt whatsoever from the perspective of the Power Hitters that the moment they won the toss, easy decision there. It was about to bat first, and because they believe in their batting a lot, and that's the reason why they'll have those men come out there to try and get them those runs. Well stopped by that fielder, got his hand towards it, and with that, it's going to be first runs on the board for the Power Hitters. And Kushal with that is off the mark. But if we have a quick look at the playing 11, the players who are out there in the big finals. So the Power Hitters, there's Alpesh Dolia, Bhavin Kumar Patel, Dharmesh Bhatt, Deepnas Patel. That's gone up right in the air. And that is it all the way or is it one bounce? Looks like, that was on a bounce. Let's wait for the umpire's confirmation on that. Still checking with those fielders back here. That's one bounce towards the fence. So that is going to be a boundary there, for the Power Hitters. And that is Dharmesh Bhatt who was on strike. And straight away he goes up and over the bowler's head. On the onside, we'll read the playing 11 a bit late, because there could be some action. We'll introduce the playing 11 for both the side, but probably at the end of that first over. What is that? It was a good shot, just not enough for it to carry all the way for a maximum. But it was struck with a lot of confidence, with a lot of power. And Kushal Dalwadi is back on strike right now. Oh, was close. It wasn't a delivery to go on the onside with a wristy effort. Could have got the outside edge, onto the keeper. The last delivery of that over number 1 coming up, for the Power Hitters. No run, yes, that's the right call from Dharmesh. And with that, it is going to be the end of that first over. In spite of the boundary, a good one from Sudesh Kumar. It's only 6 runs from that over of his. So let's have a quick look as the first over gets done for the playing 11. Power Hitters, as I said, Alpesh Dolia, the captain, Bhavin Kumar Patel, Dharmesh Bhatt, Deepans Patel, Harsh Patel, Kurnal Dave, Kushal Dalwadi, Mayur Dikshit, Rajdeep Nai, Ronak Shah and Shreyas Waz are there for the Power Hitters. And if you look at the DCC playing 11, it is Asiri, there's Derek Davis who's the captain, Samir Shah, Sandeep PS, Sarat Chandran, Shino Aku, Shinto Job, Sonu Shelly Xavier, Sudesh Kumar, Tarindu and Vishnu. So this is the lineup for both the teams and we are all set. The first over was done, 6 runs in that first over. And with that, Shinu Aku. And here he comes. He's been greeted with a delight up in the air on the onside. And that has been taken wonderfully there in the deep. You know what a catch that was. And that is going to be the end of that first wicket. Oh, that was a good one, definitely from Dharmesh. He wanted to go big with that shot, but it was taken wonderfully in the deep. On the onside he went, Dharmesh, but he couldn't quite and handed the catch straight back in the deep. So with it, the power hitters have lost their first wicket. They've lost the man, against whom they bank a lot of confidence. And that would put a dent to their runs that they would want to get. Nonetheless, they still have some batters to come down the line, and it will be an opportunity. Shino, by the way, in the very first delivery, he goes and gets that wicket for his side. Vishnu takes that catch, and in the deep for Shinu, the bowler. The DCC, mind you, are no less as a side, they believe in the bowling lineup as well, because they've been given that opportunity, the job to try and go for it. And this is where they will definitely go hard at the power hitters. Switch hit, plays well on the onside, on the offside for him basically with a switch hit, gets that boundary. And it is the new batter, beg your pardon, Rajdeep Nai, who was the man who comes in and he goes with that sweet boundary. So the runs are coming in for the power hitters, and surely they will continue going for it. That is what they have to put the runs on the board since they won the toss, so they need the runs, and more the better. Quick single taken there. They got to be smart, both ways. They got to take their chances whenever it happens. They have to go for those quick singles, try and judge, because they've lost a wicket of the batter who was important for them. A partnership is really required. It's a 16 over as a side, this game. But what's more important is the partnership. They have to target at least 7 or 8 runs every over to try and get there. There's been a boundary in the over. Other than that, it's been, runs in the form of singles. And as we speak, end of the over number 2. It's 13 for the loss of a wicket. So Sudesh Kumar to continue. Wanted to slice that hard. So the backward point. On the onside. And a couple of bounces straight towards that fielder. They have to get going now, the power hitters. Yes, ones and twos will come, but what we want to see is those towering sixes and the boundaries to come by. On the onside, good shot. This time there's no fielder to take that catch. It was hit in the vacant region, and what a strike. It goes all the way for a maximum. The ball was slightly pitched middle and leg, and the batter, Kushal, saw it beaming, I beg your pardon, as Rajdeep, who saw it beaming in his eyes and went for that big one. What a six. He moved on to 13 of 6. A boundary in the previous over, and now a maximum. But also, it was a poor delivery from Sudesh Kumar. He cannot bowl around that region for any batter like Rajdeep, who was very strong on the onside. And that what he had to pay a price. So, Rajdeep Nai, he looks to be dangerous. He'll have to be taken out. There's 2 more deliveries in the over. Switch hit. This time is unsuccessful. Was there an edge? There was some sort of a reaction from the fielder. Was it the short third region? But nothing on that. Again, nothing. So 2 dots after that maximum. Would that end of that over number 3? It's 21 for the loss of a wicket. So Shino comes in for his second over. Quick single. There wasn't a 2, The batters wanted to go for the second, but good call on denying or rejecting to go back for the second. They managed to get the odd boundary or 6, but they don't capitalize big in any over so far. We're into that over number 4, the first 3 overs. We had a 6 and 1s. There hasn't been a 10-run plus over. And that's wide outside the trim line of the bowler one again. .24 for the loss of a wicket. Just a run in this over with a delivery wide. Waiting for the maximum to come in. Shin was deliberately keeping the ball outside off, not quite giving in the arc where the batters like, or the region where they like it. Could have been a wide had he even left it. Could have been. We don't know. Could have been. Don't know where his thigh. So manages to get back to ball. Again, only a single. I don't think DCC would mind that much in conceding singles. All that they're too bothered about is not letting away. Oh, that this time he connects. He connects it well. There's no fielder back on the offside. He will get a boundary. The fielder giving it a chase. He stops it before the boundary line. Good work done. and they'll run in. The umpire will surely have a check. You know, it was really near that boundary line, could have been anything else. Was it stopped or was it not? The foot marks were determined. Trusting the fielder's call, the umpire. So that has not been given as a boundary. 2 runs. No, I was expecting the boundary to come by, but ran only that second. Very innovative is Rajdeep. Again, this time it's gone. That was on to the wickets. What a wicket there for Shinu. Beautiful, right in the block hole. Nothing that Rajdeep had any idea about. He wanted to go with it on the onside, but he missed it completely, and that is his miss. And DCC strikes once again. So 2 wickets out now for the power hitters, and Shinu is leading the attack. He got the wicket on the first delivery of this first over, and now gets a wicket at the final delivery of his second over, and picking up 2 big names, Dharmesh and right now Rajdeep. So with that, 2 wickets are down. It's 27 on the board at the end of those 4 overs. So there we have the power hitters, 27 for the loss of those 2 wickets, and DCC in a commanding position right now with the number of wickets that they have in their bank. Right, I'm on the wicket. This time is Derek Davis, the captain of the DCC. And coming in right, and wants to go right in those regions where it's difficult for the batter to go big. And as Davis, bowling well, keeping it straight down the line, in the line of the stumps there, nothing that the batter can do. The new batter who's out there is Mayur Dikshit. Who's right now on strike, Mayur Dikshit. Though he plays around the onside, there is a fielder who will cut that off comfortably. On the offside, the fielder got blinded because of the sun. Doesn't quite have the sunglasses on. Appeal! Will that be? No, it's not been given. There was a chance of a run out. But the batter made it home. The fielder could have done better back in the deep. Really it was a chance for the wicket to go by. But unfortunate enough, it couldn't quite. There's a fielder back, nothing to worry, only a single that will be. Right up in the air. Is it going to be taken? No, it's not. The fielder couldn't quite, but they'll manage to come back for the second. So Mayur Dixit gets those 2 runs for himself. The 5 overs, you can say, have so far been great for the power hit for the DCC. They've given 34 runs and they picked up those 2 wickets. But again, what is important is the wickets. If they keep getting wickets, there is no chance for the power hitters to keep getting those runs. So surely they will wait. The power hitters for their opportunity, but DCC will wait to pick up those wickets whenever they can. In the line of the stumps. And the batter wanted to walk there on the onside. It's a bowling change. Shinto Job has now been given the ball in hand. At DCC, the bowling is really, really perfect. Very disciplined, even if you see Shinto Job, he's keeping the ball again in the line of the stumps. And even the length is good enough that the batter cannot, unless he takes the risk himself, cannot get away. As I was praising, they were slightly sloppy there, middle and leg, with no backward square leg in place. It was easy for Kushal to play that shot and get himself that boundary. That was a good one from Kushal, capitalizing on that poor one from Shinto Job. Just it was middle and leg, and even the length was enough for him to kind of play that in the vacant region. So they needed the boundary desperately, the power hitters, and they get it here. So with that, the score moves on to 38 for the power hitters. And that's why I don't have the ball that one again. There's a fielder back. That is good. At 39 for the loss of 2. There's 2 more deliveries to go to end that over, number 6. Outside edge. Has that been taken? Yes. Another wicket goes down for the power hitters, and DCC are marching ahead and picking up those wickets. 3 wickets down now, and this time it's Kushal Dalwadi who has to walk back. So troubles now. They are having new batters every time one of them decides to go for those runs. He got a boundary, Kushal, but now he couldn't quite, keep on the momentum for himself and departs. The ball was slightly outside off, wanted to play that hard, but getting the thickish outside edge, an easy catch for the keeper. You have to give it to the keeper as well. It was a wonderful take by him, and we're 1 delivery away from completing those 6 overs. DCC are really doing it well with the bowling attack. But still, power hitters have 7 wickets in hand. That is a new batter, not the best of the deliveries from Shinto Job, and he will have to pay the price for that boundary. You know, there was a good shot from the batter, Harsh Patel. Just had to get back to ball and got that beautiful boundary. So expensive over in terms of runs, but happiness for himself because he managed to pick up that wicket as well. So 6 done, 43 for the loss of 3. There's DCC. It goes on the onside. That is a good one. Is it going to be a maximum? Yes, it is. So it doesn't matter. It's the start of the new over. Derek Davis comes into the attack. And with that, Mayur Dixit has hammered that one on the onside. Up and over for a maximum. Good shot from Mayur Dixit. Good start to the over because they have to put the pressure back on the DCC. And the power hitters need to do that. You know, very, very crucial for the power hitters to try and keep the momentum. So 10 runs in the last 2, boundary and then a 6 here. The boundary on the last delivery, the previous over from Shinto, and now a maximum that went by. And Dennis David, right arm round the wicket, will want to keep the ball pretty much straight in the line of the stumps. Up in the air, is safe. And that's wide. Side the trim line, we'll have to bowl that one again. Oh, that's another good shot. Powerful indeed. That's long, that's further away. You know, the ball was slightly around short, back of length, you would say, and across the line is what Mayur Dixit goes and smacks that. You know, if you were out there, the sound it made of the cricket bat was so amazing from Mayur Dixit. What a shot. Really now this has put the thinking cap on for the DCC and especially for the captain Derek Davis, beg your pardon, because he'll have to make something right here because he's given away those 6s. This is an expensive over, the most expensive one of the innings so far. The projected score is good. It tells us the 139 is what they'll get if they continue with the way they are going, the power hitters. But certainly they would want more than that. Pressure on the captain, Derek Davis. Again, bowls and shot. Not the best of the deliveries and will be paying a price. He gets another boundary, Mayur Dixit, expensive over, and it keeps coming by for the power hitters. All of a sudden now the run rate for the power hitters has crossed 9 in a courtesy of all those 6s and boundaries. And the fielders would like to have a check, would like to have a word. Check on Derek Davis because what is happening is not right for him and the side. The pressure was all maintained up until that 6th over, but this over has completely gone in a different direction. And surely the power hitters would carry on from here. They wouldn't want now to not have those runs in their belt. It's the last delivery for Derek Davis. Should complete that and kind of finish it off. Don't think he'll be coming back again. He's been the most expensive one so far. Doesn't seem to stop. Oh, yeah, it stops there. The fielder got back in time. So just a single. A great over for the power hitters. No scare. So 7 done. It's 63 for the loss of 3. So Sudesh is brought back into the attack and trying to pick up that wicket. Oh, sorry, Vishnu, beg your pardon, has been given the ball in hand, not Sudesh. And he starts off with a full toss. Is it a no ball? Yes, that's a no ball. Waist height. The square leg umpire has called it. They're going back for the second. So it will be as a free hit now for Mayur Dixit. He can go wherever he likes. The field will not change, as the same batter is out there, so the field will not change. They cannot move the fielders as per the rules, and a free hit is out there, so all the license in the world for Mayur Dixit to go big. Wherever he likes, he can go about his business. And the free hit will continue because that's a wide. Up in the air, miscued shot, doesn't matter, it will be taken, but he'll be still out there, or unless there's some different rules. Oh, that's been taken. So just been updated that there is no free hit, in this tournament for any no ball that's been there. So, I was mistaken. So that's a wicket that goes by, and Mayur Dixit will have to make his walk back. 23 of those 10 deliveries, a quick fire 23, and the power hitters have lost their 4th wicket. So Vishnu, kind of gave that no ball, then the wide, and now, picks up that important wicket. So good one for the DCC in terms of the wicket of the batter, who was turning out to be really dangerous for them, and literally took the captain on in the previous over. And from now onwards, they can try, put the pressure. But as we speak, Deepnas Patel is a new, bowler batter in, and he's off the mark straight away with that single on the offside. So what I was speaking about is that the pressure, because now what is important is the pressure to be built on. That's what's crucial. Keeps it simple. Plays it on the offside. Just the quick single. Keeps it on the onside. It's another single that will come by. As I said, they will not mind those singles too much. All that they're more bothered about is the boundaries and sixes, the DCC. Plays it on the off. So with that, it's the 8 overs have been done. It is 70 for the loss of 4. So with that, another over comes in. There's a chance up in the air. The fielder might not be able to get there. Then good work done. He didn't quite go for the catch. Otherwise, would have had that slight misfield, if at all. So half the first innings is done in the 8 overs, 70 on the board. We're going for the next half of the first innings. It's a new bowler who's been given the ball, and that is going to be that boundary. So not quite. Sloppy one, banged and shot outside off. Easy work for any batter to kind of put that one away. And Shinto will be coming back in. He got the wicket and straight away, gives away that boundary in the over. Shinto job. Harsh Patel now leading the charge in those runs, as Deepnas Patel has just arrived. Has faced 4 deliveries. Harsh also has faced 5, but he's got 2 boundaries already for himself. Goes on the offside again. Looks to be a good clear on the offside. The fielder, should have stopped it. That was sloppy from the fielder. You cannot just keep going. Should have been quick and putting his body behind the ball. And because of his slightly less effort there, a boundary is a result. So 2 boundaries in the over. Back-to-back boundaries, the pressure mounting on Shinto job to try and stop the runs. One over they put the pressure, the very next over the pressure is released. So it's not quite working for the DCC. They might pick up wickets, but if they don't stop those runs, then that's going to be the concern. They go for the single. Dipnash wanted that single. Dipans. Dipans Patel. Keeps it straight. Down the ground is what the batter goes. So end of that over number 9. It is 81 for the loss of those 4 wickets. So Deepansh Patel is on strike right now, and with that, it's Vishnu will continue. And as I said, from the DCC perspective, it's about picking up those wickets again, trying to break the partnership. Appeal at square leg, and that is not going to be given. So the batter managed to drag his foot back in time, whether his foot or whether his bat, whatever be it, he was safe. I think what Deepansh Patel needs to do is try and get that single and be at the other end and give Harsh Patel the strike as much as possible, because he looks to be set out there. He's got 3 boundaries already in those 7 deliveries that he's faced, so he can go for those runs. Deepansh Patel can take the anchor role and then go for those hits, a boundary or a 6 whenever the opportunity provides. But for now, what's important is for him, Deepansh Patel, to get that single. And this is exactly what the DCC shouldn't allow him. They should bring some fielders closing in, as Vishnu is going right arm round the wicket, so with the angle it will be on the offside, so they should bring more fielders on the offside. So towards the fielder has been taken. Yes, that was a good catch. It was a low full toss or a low delivery there for Deepansh Patel, but it couldn't quite go on, that he could hit that one up, but stayed in the hands of that fielder. So with that, Vishnu gets another wicket. That is literally another wicket down for the power hitters. Half the side for them back in the hut, and wickets are trembling from the other end. But Harsh Patel, wants the anchor role to be played by any batter. Just get the single, get him on strike, and he can get them those runs. So Vishnu picks up his 2nd wicket of the match. So far he's been good with his line and length, and he's been rewarded with those 2 wickets. Tarindu is the fielder who takes that catch. There might be celebrations, but not too much. The work is not done yet. They still have 6 more overs to go post these 2 deliveries, so they know that the job needs to be done right till the end. There's the left-hander now in the picture. So left-hander in combination, and Alpesh Dolia is going to be the batter in. Alpesh Dolia and Vishnu, to continue. And the last delivery of the over, number 10, trying to, what kind of hit that was. Want to go on the offside, within the bat, the edge or what. He gets a boundary. Yeah, it's a boundary there. It was a very different shot. Wonderfully, I will have to look at the replay again. And I wanted to go with a reverse hit. Managed to get some part of the bat and onto that third fine leg region, since he's a left-hander. So 10 done. It's 85 for the loss of 5 for the power hitters. And 6 more overs to come by to finish this first innings. There's up in the air this time around. Harsh Patel could be in danger. No, that's one bounce. The fielder should have gone for the catch. I think would have been the ideal thing had they, taken the wicket of Harsh Patel. It could have really hit the power hitters. But it was a two-way thing to do, whether he goes to protect the boundary or he goes for that catch. But he had to be quick in making the decision and quick on the feet as well. So nonetheless, it's going to be Sudesh Kumar who comes back into the attack. 14 runs in his 2 overs. The right arm over the wicket. Harsh Patel on strike. Wanting to adjust the field and want to have this right man. He's pulled back the point fielder back at the deep. Moved to deep cover. Or deep extra cover, let's say. Now precisely for that shot. Oh, misfield costing another one. There wasn't a second there, but just the slight fumble from the fielder back in the deep allowed Harsh Patel to go back for the second. And you got to compliment Alpesh Dolia because he was coming towards the danger end because he took the call. So, good running between the wickets. Should just be a 1 unless there's a fumble again, but Harsh Patel eventually wanted only a single. So 90 on the board. If you go by the current run rate, it's 137 is what they would end up with. And the field, needs to change because the left-hander now on strike. They have a long on in place for him. Only a single. That's good enough for Alpesh Dolia if he just gets that single. As Harsh Patel is now on strike. It's 20 of 10, Harsh Patel. Place it down the ground. There's a fielder back in the deep. That's only that single which comes by. And because of the misfield or they got to be better in the field in terms of protecting those extra runs which are coming by. They manage to go back for the second, and Harsh Patel will be on strike. Another chance for him to go for that big hit. He's in 22 of 11. Low full toss on the onside. The fielder's out there. He will take it. So that's the end of the innings of Harsh Patel. And Vishnu has picked up Sudesh Vegapatan has picked up his first wicket. And another breaks for the scoring of the power hitters as 6 wickets down at the end of those 11 overs. It was a low full toss. A little bit more power behind that shot from Harsh Patel and would have been going flying on the onside. Mind you, it's a long boundary on the onside compared to the offside region. So it's really have to hit that with a lot of power and timing. The timing was good, but the power was not enough. And that caused the end of the innings of Harsh Patel. So with that, as we see 93 on the board, we have 5 more overs to come, which is 50 more runs, can eventually get them to 150. So the question is, will they get to 150 in those next 5 overs? So there we are, the next 5 overs, and it is going to be the bowler Shinto Job who comes in 20 runs in his 2 overs with a wicket. They're coming on right arm round the wicket to the left-hander. Up in the air, it is safe, but chance to go for a boundary. No, the fielder going around it. They'll go back for the second. Alpesh Dholia will now have to be taking the role of hitting those big hits. Those Shreyas Waz also can, chip in and get those runs, so can be possible. To have a word, Shreyas and Alpesh Dholia. But from the perspective of Shinto Job, it's all about keeping the right line and length. The outside edge, but there's a fielder who messes up, and it will go for a boundary because the ball is quick on the outfield. So he missed it, and a boundary is a result. So gift for Alpesh Dholia from the fielder. He should have stopped that one. So with that boundary coming by, it is 100 runs up on the board. Oh, they're one run away from the 100-run mark. Just a run away. Trying to be cheeky, not required. Alpesh just get back to ball, go on the other end. Let Shreyas Waz also try something. And that's what the communication was from Shreyas Waz' end. Had the 4 not come, I'm telling you, it would have been a great over for the DCC. Because of the no ball, this could go on to be not so very cheap over. But I don't think anything more than a run will come in here. The way Alpesh has gone about his innings. I think that's gone. Yes, he couldn't quite come back, and that is a wicket. So at the end, what happened? There's some discussion happening. There is some discussion happening there. He was walking back, Alpesh. And yeah, that's the wicket. So initially the umpire refused, but they had some discussion, and I think the question is resolved. And with that, it's going to be the end of that over number 12, and it's 99 for the loss of those 6 wickets. So just managed to get that boundary, Alpesh. That too was because of that misfield from the slip fielder. Otherwise, it was a very dry over from the perspective of the power hitters. So there he comes. Vishnu with the ball. For his 3rd over, has already picked up 2 wickets, and Shreyas Waz is the man on strike. Good deliveries, two good deliveries up to Shreyas and Ronak Shah. Ronak Shah, the non-strike is end. Shreyas on strike. Again, nothing. 3 dots. Pressure mounting on the power hitters. So far, the power has been inconsistent. You know, they've been having those power pack performance in that 1 or 2 overs or so. Other than that, it's been a dry spell. Maybe some odd gift from the bowling department. Slow one. Laser on the onside. There's a fielder back there. He'll come around. He's going for the second. Shreyas. Yes, no, yes, no. The keeper missed it. That is really sloppy there, and it has been done. Another wicket bites the dust. Ronak Shah will have to walk back. They eventually wanted to go for the second. Shrey called for it. Ronak went for it. Ronak was halfway down the track. The thrower coming in, and the keeper missing it initially, but they're managing to get back and pick up and get those wicket there. So 8 wickets down now. 100 runs up on the board. And it is kind of a disaster for the power hitters, the way they've gone about in the batting lineup, losing wickets at the regular intervals. They wouldn't have expected this, when they won the toss and they wanted to bat first. They lost the top order very cheaply and very early on. So 2 more wickets and they're going to be bowled out. So we're looking at the tail enders now. We're going to come in, and DCC got to give it to them, except those 1 or 2 overs, especially the over from Derek where it went for 3 sixes. Other than that, things were really kept in check. What a good over so far. Just 2 runs from this. Ronaldo was the batter who comes in, and he was off the mark straight away. Good bouncer to finish things off. 13 overs done. 101 for the loss of 8. So there we are, another over. Sudesh, comes into the attack. The last 3 overs of the first innings. Sudesh Kumar, Ronaldo is on strike. Shreyas at the non-striker's end. Laser on the onside, looking for the second, but there's only 1 available. Again, nothing from Shreyas. Sudesh Kumar is bowling in a draw in length and in, really well. Looking for the second, only the quick one first. Chance at the keeper's end. Has he gone? No, I don't think that the keeper kind of took the bails off, or he had that completely in control. Low full toss up in the air. There is a fielder. He will not go for the catch. He knew it. Smart decision. Would have been a difficult one. But he made sure that he jumps up in time to try and stop those one from going for a boundary, and didn't quite go for that boundary. So that's it. With that, it's going to be the end of the over. Number 14, 106 for the loss of those 8 wickets. So there we are into the over number 15. That's the quick single on that, or quick double from Kunal Dave. Keeping it really very good here against the power hitters. The DCC, as a bowling unit, have been superb. As a unit, they have been good. If they manage to pick up those wickets, they are definitely chasing something less than 130, maybe even 120 if they can manage to pick up a wicket here. Up in the air, could be a chance, but the fielder will not go for it. He'll rather want to prevent that boundary from coming by. They are not managing to get the boundary, and this is what's frustrating for the power hitters. Literally, they have been given that a shock. That's wide. Inside the trim line. So 110 up on the board. So 120 likely possible. 130 would be, a bit more important for the power hitters to get to. Oh, just above the stumps. Just missed it there. Just missed on getting another wicket. Vishnu. He's been very impressive with his bowling performance. He's picked up 2 wickets. Going to be 19 runs and economy really very good. Shreyas is just hitting blindly, just swinging his bat blindly. No connection at all from his bat. He's faced 10 deliveries, only got 5 runs. Can understand he's not that technically a good batter. He's more of a bowler who can bat. Yeah, well done by the fielder. Really, really well done. Judged his timing perfectly and eluding power hitters of a boundary. So with that, 15 overs to be done. It is 114 for the loss of 8. So the last 6 deliveries of that first innings for the power hitters. Let's see how much they managed to add on to the board. So there we are into the final over of the first inning. 114 on the board. The power hitters have those last 6 deliveries, try and get how many ever runs they can. And Kushal Dave is going to be, Kunal Dave is going to be the man on strike. He gets those 2 runs on the very first delivery. Can they get a boundary? They need some boundary or a 6. Can they move to 130? They would be eyeing the 130 run mark, which would be good, I would say, to come back and defend against the DCC. But would that be enough is the question. The dots will hurt. Every dot delivery will hurt the power hitters. And the DCC now, the batters who are going to be coming in, the top 5, would be looking to preserve the energy and would want to go big with those runs. That should be a boundary. The fielder going for it. I think it will beat him, and it will beat him. It's very smartly done by Dave. Shuffled across slightly on the offside. He knew there was no fielder, or there was one inside the circle, and played that in the gap. So 120 on the board, courtesy of that boundary, compensating for that dot delivery he had in the previous delivery. So 3 more to come to end that over number 16. And he gets the boundary and then has a dot, so it doesn't quite compensate that boundary as it evens it out. Banged in short, just got back to ball. It'll only be a run. Thought that he could get it more of it to actually go it for that boundary, but he didn't quite get the angle Got the timing right and wonderfully done by Shinto Job. He saw that Kunal was advancing down the ground and bowled it short and wide. So his face to Kunal just get that single. Last delivery of the over, and it will end up with 2 runs. Probably they'll go for the third. Chance at the keeper's end, and I think that's it. So it's only a single. Shrey Vyas could not quite get there, and only a 1, which means 9 wickets down overall for the power hitters. End of the 16 overs, they end up with 122 runs on the board. Good throw from the fielder there, good pick up and a throw, and eventually that last over they managed to only get 7 runs or 8 runs, on the board. So it could be an easy chase for the DCC. 123 is easy if you look at that from the 16 over perspective. But let us have a full view of what the first, the match summary is. Kushal Dalwadi, 13 of 17. Dharmesh, it's a shocker that he went out, 5 of 3. Rajdeep Nai, 16 of 12. Mayur Dikshit, 23 of 10. Harsh Patel, 22 of 12. Deepans Patel, 4 of 10. Alpesh, 11 of 9. Shreyas, 8 of 12. Ronak Sat, unfortunate for him, that mix up and a run out. And Kunal Dave, 14 of 12. In the bowling department, 2 wickets each for Shinu, Aku, and Vishnu. Though Vishnu was the pick of the bowlers, and a wicket each for Sudesh Kumar and Shinu Job. So they accept the over from Derek Davis, where he went for maximums, 3 sixes, 27 runs in his 2 overs. All the others were kind of economical and leading the run stoppage against the power hitters. So that's in the end of the first innings. We take a short break. Once we're back, we'll have the DCC batters needing 123 to win this game. So welcome back, for the run chase, dear viewers, for the DCC. They need 123 to win this game, and let us see how the action starts off from their end. The two batters are already out there, as well as the bowler is all set and ready. It is Sonu and Asiri, the two batters, and Bhavin Kumar Patel comes into the attack. So Bhavin Kumar Patel against the two batters, Sonu and Asiri. Sonu on strike, Asiri at the non-striker's end. So let us see how the power hitting goes about from these two batters. The good part is they know how much they need to get, so it's nothing that they would be taking the extra risk, so they'll pace their innings accordingly. Left arm round the wicket, the right-hander. And the key for the DCC to win is wickets. Sorry, for the power hitters to win is by picking up wickets. It was a full toss. There was opportunity was there. Didn't quite turn it into gold. Sonu. Well, that's a good shot. That's gone on the onside. That's mighty enough. That is a great start for the DCC in terms of runs on the board. The very first delivery, is a 6. Not the very first, but the first one is a 6, not a boundary. It's a good way to start off with a maximum. They need almost 8 runs, 7.5, 8 runs and over if they have to win this game, the DCC. And if they manage to just keep getting those 8 runs every over, they will eventually get there. There is no risk whatsoever required in trying to go for those 123 runs. We've seen teams finding those low scores too easy, then going about losing wickets, trying to play those big shots, trying to get those runs early up, but then eventually losing their way through. Slaps it hard on the on, and that should be a boundary. So a couple of bounces towards the fence, 10 runs in the over. The pressure on Bhavin Kumar Patel is bowling that ball outside off, and the good part is Sonu shuffles across on the offside, drags the ball from outside off and plays it on the onside. So with that, runs are there. The 10 runs it is. Two more deliveries left in this particular over. He doesn't shuffle this time. On the offside, up and over the fielder. That is a boundary. Bhavin Kumar has been paying a price. 14 runs. He was bowling the ball outside off. This time the ball was around length. And instead of shuffling across on the offside, Sonu decided that he should go over the fielder inside the circle. So 14 runs it is. What a great start for the DCC. On the ground, just the one. So with it, the first over is done. It's 14 for no loss for DCC. So 14 for no loss for the DCC in that first over. 109 runs is required, and the 90 deliveries should be easy. And with that, as we speak about, it's going to be Ronak Shah who's been given the ball in hand. Again, left arm round the wicket to the right-hander. And Asiri tries and works it on the offside. Smart thing to do. He knows that Sonu is in good touch. So what he does is he just gets that single and gives the strike back to, Sonu. Smartly done from Asiri. And this is what was missing, in the power hitters camp. Some of the batters weren't just able to get those runs. Though Asiri is still new. Sonu's gone on the offside. He's just wanting to get those runs. Couple of bounces or a bounce towards the fielder. On the offside it is. The left arm round the wicket thing is not working if they're keeping the ball outside off with no fielder back in the deep on the offside. Sonu is just going to play them in the gap, and it's actually easy for them. He just has to loft that delivery over the inner circle and get that boundary for them. And because of those boundaries, now they've put back the fielder back in the deep in the cover region. So this was required, really required. Or is more of the extra cover region in the deep. They need to create this fear. He shovels across. He's throwing around. It comes straight towards the fielder, long off. He messes up initially. He should have been, going for that catch. He wanted to go on the onside initially. He went on the onside and then saw the ball is within his reach and coming towards him. So just that fraction of a second late in starting off for that catch eventually kind of gives Sonu that life. So 20 of 8 with 3 boundaries and a 6. He's gone again. This time the long off fielder can do better, and which he does. It is a good catch. So Sonu Xavier is out, and he'll have to walk back. Ronak Shah provides the wicket, and the DCC have lost their first. He was aggressive, but being aggressive down the ground with the wind against him would not help. It's a good take by that fielder in the deep. As I said on the previous occasion, he was fraction too short, too late to go for that catch. But this time around he does better and was well positioned to take the wonderful catch. So the power hitters managed to pick up the wicket, and the DCC lose their first. Works it on the onside. So the new batter walks in is Sandeep. Will come in. We're down to the last delivery of that over number 2. Quick single to be taken for Asiri. He'll keep the strike. With that, 2 overs have gone by. It is 23 for the loss of a wicket. Is on the onside, and as you see that Asiri could have played on the onside, but nothing much. The chance was there. We got back from a short break, a technical break here that I had, but the first delivery went for a boundary on the offside, and then one could have been close in getting another boundary. We played that square, but the fielder, kind of got the ball stopped before the boundary line. So nonetheless, Bhavan Kumar needs to stop. He was given the over because Sonu Xavier is no more there. Sonu literally took him on that first over. Plays it on the onside. The call is for 2. They'll only be happy with a single. Another one, no, they were not. That's enough for them. That's only a single is enough. Also, it would have been risky had they gone for the second. It's 31 for the loss of a wicket on the board. In terms of runs, they're secured. 92 is what's required in 79 deliveries. On the onside is safe. There's no one back in that position. Is that all the way for a maximum of 1 bounce towards the fence? Very smartly played from Asiri. Shuffling on the offside. This time the ball was pretty much in the line. It was bowled back of length, and he had all the time in the world to get himself that boundary. So another expensive over from Bhavan Kumar. And end of those 3 overs is 35 on the board for the loss of a wicket for DCC. So there we are, 3 overs done, 35 for the loss of a wicket, 88 runs is what's required in the next 78 deliveries with 9 wickets remaining. Sandeep is now going to be the man on strike, the left-hander. Nasiri at the non-striker's end. There's the bowling change that's been employed. Full toss, slow full toss. That is played well. The fielders are away. And that will be a boundary for Sandeep. Beautiful cover drive. Though Mayur Dixit, not the best of the deliveries from him. He came in wide of the crease and a slow one and a full toss on top of that, which made things easy for Sandeep to play down the ground for a boundary. So they're getting those runs, DCC at ease. And this is what is troubling the power hitters and the captain. Because of that flow of runs early on, it's been like a small concern because they'll have those fielders in those right positions. We'll need to see how to move around those things. And that's wide. The keeper was not quite happy. He said that the ball was within the reach. I think that he's being very smart here with the way he's going, Sandeep. He got a boundary already. He has already 5 runs off the over. There's 3 more deliveries to go, so he's playing it smart. He doesn't want to take additional risk on unless it's required. Full toss, and he goes. He was waiting for that kind of a delivery to come to him, and it was smacked away on the onside for a beauty. Full toss again from Mayur on the first delivery of the over. He gave a low full toss outside of a beautiful cover drive, and now a full toss. Good enough for Sandeep to whack it on the onside for a maximum. So 46 runs on the board. Now look at the equation. It's 77 runs required of 74. Just a difference of 3 deliveries. Just a difference of 3, and eventually it will be closed down if both the batters keep going about the business and getting those boundaries and sixes. Pressure on the power hitters, especially on Mayur. Slow one, cheeky enough, up in the air, could be taken. No, the fielder had a difficult chance. Bhavin Kumar also circling. They go for the second. It's the call for Sandeep to make it. He gets back in time. And with it, there's 1 delivery to go. Another expensive over. And now the equation getting even further closer. 75 of 73. It was a difficult take for that fielder at backward point. That's wide. Left that ball. Really smart from Sandeep. He's watching what's happening out there because he knows that Mayur has a tendency of getting in those slower deliveries. So he's waiting and playing his game accordingly. Another reverse hit. Connects it successfully. And that is going to be, taken in the deep. I thought it was successful, but it wasn't quite because they had a fielder station in the right position. I think that a little bit more wider of him, he could have got it, but the execution, the intention was right, but the execution just not enough. And another wicket that bites the dust. So with it, wicket number 2 will fall. 4 wickets have gone by. 4 overs have been done by, and 49 on the board for the loss of a wicket. So 49 for the loss of 2. End of those 4 overs. That's 74 runs. (74 runs), 73 needed, and the 71 deliveries. Could have been a no ball. No, that's a dead ball that's been given. Slipped off his fingers. So Ronak Shah is the man in, and Saratchandran Ramachandran is the new batter in. Good one. So far, so good. Is keeping those deliveries right in those perfect regions. 50 for the loss of 2 on the board. Quick single. Yes, they did the quick single. That run in between the wickets is good. So 50 for the loss of 2. Power hitters 122. And in reply, the run chase is so far so good in control of the DCC. This over, though they haven't seen a boundary of the 4 deliveries that have been played. There's 2 more to go to end that over number 5. Either on the offside. Quick touch. And that's it. The 5 overs done. 53 for the loss of 2. So 5 overs done, 53 for the loss of 2 it is. We have 11 more overs to come by, 70 more runs needed for the DCC to win this game. In those 11 overs, 66 deliveries is what they have. This time the ball kept a bit low. Harsh Patel is now going to be the bowler in. Oh, the inside edge just didn't quite go on to hit the wickets. Lucky enough for the batter. Or even for him to miss it, then it goes on to hit the wickets. Was close on getting a wicket there, Harsh Patel. But the runs have somehow slowed down. Though City goes flat. But there's one bounce up and over the fielder. Should have charged onto it to try and stop that bounce. didn't quite judge it, and eventually the DCC manages to get that boundary. So whenever they are kind of struggling, a boundary or so comes in. So now the equation 65-62. Just not teasing with that one. Could have been the outside edge. Has he gone? There's a fielder back. No, doesn't matter. That's up and over his head. That's a 6. So good one from Asiri. Started off a bit slow, but now he's banking on those runs. And the equation 59 is what's required of 60. So less than run a ball. 6 overs done. 64 it is on the board. And what's required, as I said, less than 6 runs an over for the DCC to be the winners of the Fahil Saturday League in season number 18. Season 8. I just went 10 years ahead. Season 8. Fahil Saturday League. Amazing work done by the organizers every Saturday. On this of the NCC cricket ground, Abu Halifa. What a brilliant job. That should have been taken. That was an easy catch, and Sarat would have been sent back packing in the dugout, but they missed it, and a run is as a result. So 65 now on the board. This is with Dharmesh Bhatt coming in to bowl. Very smart from Asiri. Again, shuffled across. This should be a boundary. No way the bowler or the fielder is going to stop that one in. Really, really sloppy, I would say, from Dharmesh. I wonder why he's bowling in that shot. He's had a look at the way, Asiri has been going about. Whenever the ball is outside off, he will shuffle across and play in that vacant region behind, the fielder inside the circle. It was a shot fine and will get that boundary, which eventually does again. So the runs are packing up. It's 54 runs that's required and 57 deliveries. On the offside again, and this should be more runs. It is another boundary. One bounce towards the fence on the offside. So he's playing both sides here. A series confusing the bowlers completely, and they are marching ahead with those runs. 50 now more, and if he sticks out there, I think they're going to finish this match really very early. DCC, as I said, 122 is not that score that they should be bothered about. Very easy to go. If this score would have been 150, 160, then there could be some challenges. But DCC find the score very easy with the batting lineup that they have. So the question, was it a smart move for the power hitters to kind of, bat first, knowing that DCC does have those very good batters? They could have allowed DCC to bat first and then kind of, chased the power hitters. They do have a very good batting lineup, but what happened is the wickets, in the process of going for runs, they kept losing wickets. So eventually 7 overs are done here. It's 73 for the loss of 2. So 7 overs have been done. Harsh Patel to continue 74 runs in those 2 overs. A series will be there. Gets the ball towards the third man region. Will be happy with a single, and as I said, his job is to continue right till the end, not kind of stop in between. Can they stop the runs? Well, again, quick single. And the ones are easy to come by. And now it's a series back on strike. Can he do what he's been doing in those previous overs? He moved on to 35 of 17 with 5 boundaries and a 6. Slaps it on the on, but there's a fielder back, so it should just be that single. Plays that on the offside. There's a fielder back there. So just that single. Onside, smoothly done. There is only going to be that single. He played it well, and he'll keep the strike. A series, 8 overs done. It is 79 for the loss of 2. He's appealing for that one. So into the over number 9, and it is going to be once again Ronak Shah. He's bowling that to a series. Ronak Shah into his 3rd over has got already a wicket. There's going to be 13 runs. He's played that on the ground. Should be a boundary. 1 bounce, I think, towards the fence. So Asiri will not stop. He'll keep getting in those runs whenever the opportunity arises. The ball this time was Fuller, and he manages to lock on. 2 dots though for him, and then a boundary to. There's no pressure technically on him. He moves on to 41 22. It's a good time to be out there. Though it's the finals, the nerves are there, but the way they have 8 wickets in hand, and only 40 runs to get in those 45 deliveries, this is an easy game for the DCC, and they should not lose from this position. If they lose, then they have themselves to blame. Could have gone well on the onside, he missed it. Play that smart. Straight towards that fielder. Only a single. And whenever he gets the opportunity of getting that single, he'll always take it as soon as he gets that boundary. Down the track, gets the edge. The ball spins, but the fielder does manage to cover it up. He'll keep the strike. Sarat, so end of over number 9, it's 85 for the loss of 2. He's happy with the single. I said he wanted the strike. So he went with that quick single there. 85 on the board for the loss of those 2 wickets. 86 now. 5 more deliveries remaining. 37 more needed in those 41 deliveries. So 86 for the loss of 2. On the onside. Wasn't stopped. Stopped well. Thought that wasn't stopped for a moment, but then, brilliantly done. Saved a certain boundary. 2 dots for a series, then he manages to get the 2. And once you're down the track, but only a single is what he'll get. Sarat, he doesn't look to be in any kind of worry. He's happy with that one. He'll keep the strike though. 10 overs done, 90 for the loss of 2. 33 more runs required in the next 36 deliveries. So there we are into the over number 11. We have 6 more overs to go to finish this match off. And 33 more runs required. And Krunal Dave is going to be the man in with the ball in hand. Right him over the wicket. To Sarat. That's that one go away. Sarat has played 14 deliveries, only managed to get those 9 runs. And then we have those 5 more deliveries remaining. Up in the air, the fielder Kushal get right underneath it. He messed it up. Instead of going for the catch, could have gone to prevent that boundary. Sarat gets that boundary though. He'll be happy about it. And very sad will be Krunal, because that shouldn't have been a boundary. Though again it would have been difficult had he even gone for to stop that ball, because the moment it bounces would have pitches or bounce, whatever you can call it, would have gone over his head. So would have been a boundary anyway. The best thing was trying to go for that catch. So 94 for the loss of 2. DCC. The power hitters are 122 for the loss of 9. Goes for the single. A smart from a Asiri. Awareness, and let Sarat come for that single. So they're still in that bye. Oh, it was off the bat, so there was a catch that was dropped because there wasn't the bye. It was given as a run, legal run. Up in the air, low full toss. Kunal this time will take it. So that is a wonderful catch, and with it, it's the end of a series innings. He played very well for his 45 or 29 deliveries. Thought that he could, get it up and over, but he couldn't quite. But a wonderful catch back in the deep at long off, which now makes the DCC be at 95 for the loss of 3. They have 1 more delivery left in this particular over, and they have 5 more overs to come by, in trying to get those 28 runs. So with that now, there's a new batter who's out there on the crease. It is going to be Tarindu. Tarindu is the new batter in. So over number, it's a dot. So over number 11 done, 95 for the loss of 3. So there's DCC, who's 95 for the loss of 3. And that goes ahead for that boundary, that no one knew what happened there, literally. It was played very well down the ground for a boundary. But against Ronak, the fielder in the deep had no idea. It was in the gap. I think they were debating about the setup of the field. So 24 runs needed in the next 29, courtesy of that boundary. And I think now Sarat is going to take the charge in getting those runs. And this has been the highlight of DCC. One batter plays the anchor innings. Amiri was playing the anchor innings. And then when the wicket fell by, he took on the charge. And now Sarat, who is playing the anchor innings, will now take the charge in getting those runs. And Tarindo probably will play the anchor innings, as they don't need both the batters to go for those big hits. It's the finals. They have to win this match even if it's like the last delivery. In trying to get those runs, he shouldn't quite be too much animated about it, Sarat. That's the wicket. The ball kept low. It was in the line of the stumps, and Sarat will have to walk back. That's wicket number 4 for the DCC to lose. So are we going to see some sort of a climax in here now? Because so far, as I said, DCC in complete control, but then the 2 quick wickets, a series in the previous over, and now, Sarat going by, things can change. Because the ball this time was pretty much simple, nothing much done. It was the batter who went across the line, missed it, and he had to walk back to the dugout. So the power hitters 122 for the loss of 9. DCC 99 for the loss of 3. So we have a new batter now. 99 for DCC, and the new batter is Derek Davis, the captain. So both the batters are pretty much new on the crease. So this is the right time for the power hitters to kind of capitalize on the situation and try and get those dots. But, that could have gone, for a maximum or a boundary. Davis missed it. It was bowled short. He just had to shuffle across and play it behind, the backward square like fielder, but he missed it completely. They have to widen the gap between the runs required and the number of balls left. If you're going to give those full tosses away, then that's really sloppy, I would say. That was easy for Derek Davis to put away. He just had to get bat to ball, and the main thing was find the gap and the placement. Which he did eventually, Derek Davis. So all the hard work that you do in picking up a wicket, Ronak, is wasted when you go and give away a boundary. There was a boundary in the beginning of the over, and now a boundary again. So the last delivery of the over number 12. Goes on the onside. That should be another boundary for Derek Davis. Easy it is. 2 boundaries to finish things up. All the hard work done, or the climax that we spoke about, or anti-climax, whatever it is right now. The situation is that 12 overs have been done. It's 107 for the loss of 4, 16 just runs required in the next 4 overs. And it could be a matter of just 2 or 3 overs to finish this game. So there we have 12 overs done, 107 for the loss of 4. Tarindu on strike, and he goes, slices that one hard. There's a fielder back in the deep. So it will just be that single. Kunal Dave comes into the attack again. From the perspective of DCC, it's about finishing off either in this over or the next over. They don't want to drag it right till the end, as 15 runs only are required in the next 23. That's wide. The bowler is claiming that the batter was within the reach. Not so much from the perspective of the batter. Plays it well, fielder in the deep, one bounce. Oh, he messes up, he fumbles. The ball will not go towards the boundary, but they'll come back happily for a second. So now the question is even more simple, 11. He's a tall man, Tarindu. Full toss, he missed it. But he'll get that as a bye. He's asking for the no ball that was dipping on him. The batter, they're looking at the square leg umpire. It wasn't that height for it to be given as a no ball. So 2 more deliveries to go. The captain on strike. Good delivery from Krunal, keeping it full. More importantly, it's a dot. That's a good shot. That's a good one from the captain himself, and that will be a maximum. So with that, the equation is just 4 runs required in the next over, and they eventually might get those 4 runs. You know, the power hitters 122 for the loss of 9, the DCC 119 for the loss of 4. You know, what a game. Easy it is, one-sided from the DCC. First with the ball, and you know the way they went about picking up wickets, and now they went about in this run chase. Every batter who came in, you know, got those crucial runs. So it's just this the regulation over. They need to finish, as this fate of the match is already decided. Harsh Patel though gets the over. They suddenly missed 20 runs or so, the power hitters. You know, 150 would have been a good score to come back and defend, but 122 was like defenseless against the batting of DCC. So Tarindu on strike, Harsh Patel with the ball in hand. We're looking potentially at this over to be the final one, though technically they have 3 more overs to come by. The men closing in inside the circle. One hit, a lofted hit over the inner circle will get them that boundary. They do have some men back in the deep. That's at long off. One is stationed at the deep mid-wicket region and a deep square leg. So the 3 men in the deep. 3 more. The captain, will he finish it off with a maximum? He looks like he will. Is there a fielder? No, that's happened over his head. I think, you know, what I wanted, a mighty finish for the DCC is done by the captain. You know, he gave away runs when he was bowling, unfortunately, but, you know, with the bat and with his team overall as a unit, they have performed really well, the DCC, and they finish it off with a maximum. So what a win. They will celebrate this. They are the winners, you know, the DCC of the Fahil Saturday League Season 8 Grand Final. beating the power hitters fair and square in both the departments, bowling as well as batting. So that's the game done. If you look at the overall summary of the whole game, it was the power hitters who won the toss. They wanted to bat first, not quite, except those notable performances from Mayur Dikshit, 23 of 10, when he took the captain of the DCC on with 3 sixes in that, or with almost 3 sixes, 2 sixes, beg your pardon, in the over and a boundary. And then Harsh Patel, 22 of 12. Alpesh Dholia, the captain, 11 of 9. And Krunal Dave, 14 of 12. The others were literally not quite there. And the bowling, though, combined performance, but Vishnu, the lead, 2 wickets for 21 runs in his 4 overs, 2 for Shino. And in reply, it was an easy one for the DCC with Sonu Sheely Xavier starting off with that monstrous hit, 20 of 9, with 3 boundaries and a 6, and a Siri, 45 of 29 with 6 boundaries and a maximum. Sandeep, 14 of 9 with a boundary and a 6, and Sarat, 18 of 21. So Derek Davis also 21 of 7. Good work done by him. And in the bowling, Ronak Shah picked up 2 wickets with Mayur and Krunal getting a wicket each. So that's the end. We will take a short break, and once we are back, we're going to have the presentations up. Stay tuned.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. I welcome all the team members, the captains, participants, all the teammates. Especially, there is one more round still going on. 2 overs still remaining for the first eliminator final between Players 11 Salmi and Unicorn. But we have rest of our team. We have a winner actually, DCC. Excellent. So I call upon, first of all, I call upon the MKCC chairman, Naveen. Naveen, please come here and give some few words about this tournament. He is our chief guest for today. Naveen, MKCC chairman.
Good morning, guys. Happy Independence Day, all of you. This fight striker, Mr. here. Everyone is coming. And second thing, Mr. Johnson always making very nice tournament. Second thing, we are enjoying this tournament. We are also MKCC last time we are playing this tournament. This year also, inshallah, next time we are, let's see.
Thank you, Navin, for such a warm welcome for the tournament and for all the teams. I call upon Rahil, the main guy who's behind this tournament and all the tournaments. I call upon Rahil. Please, Rahil, you are the one. You are the one. At least have to come, and we have to say that without Rahil, this tournament wouldn't have been happened. Rahil, please.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for calling me here. It was a great tournament. Thank you for all the teams for participating in this. Congrats to DCC, hard luck for power hitters. And the rest of the eliminator winners, congrats to them and hard luck for the runners-up. So it was a great tournament. We look forward to it. I hope the whole teams are here to participate in that. Thank you.
I call upon Bond, not Bilal. Please come forward. He is one of the pioneer of this Saturday League since the inception from season 1 till season 8 and on the season 9, which is going to start from next week. Bond is instrumental in guiding us, mentoring us, especially how the way it should work, how to plan. So I want Bond to say a few words about this tournament and especially for Ben.
Thank you, Johnson, sir. Good morning, everyone. And today we have the biggest day in our life, Indians. The start this tournament is long journey. In season 1, Mr. Johnson start Saturday Premier League. Getting the time to involve in these tournaments day by day before we have the now is almost 12 teams. So maybe Johnson sir have planned to make more teams involved on this tournament. And this tournament and giving the time and patient level, because tournament is very long tournament, is around 3 months. But the people are enjoying always and coming encouraging each others. Because tournaments is just only the people. Captain have the big responsibility to call everyone every morning and collecting the peoples from here and there, pick up and manage the car. Huge applause to the players and supporting. And congrats this DCC to become a champion. Okay, hard luck, power hitter, better luck next time. It's a tough score because in 122, I think this ground is only just 8 over. 8 over can chase easily 822 to 122 run, but you giving the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Bond, for this wonderful words which you have said for the teams and for the tournament. Actually, we started this tournament in on January 24th. The first match was with Unicorn and KTFC. So I like to thank all these 14 teams which were here: Legends 11, Tiger CC, DCC, Power Hitters, Unicorn, KTFC, Desert Vipers, Players 11 Salmiya, File Strikers, Rising Royal Strikers, Bentley Boys, CCC, Neon Warriors and Panthers. Thank you each and every team captain, vice captain, all the team members for coming over and ensuring that this tournament gets over to a next level. So I call upon the first winner, actually the best. I call upon Rahil here to best fielder. We want best fielder, and I call upon Wakas, the captain of to give away the prize for the best fielder. Wakas, the captain of Desert Vipers, to come over and give the Jishnu. I call upon Jishnu. Jishnu, the The best bowler of this tournament goes to Afzal from Desert Vipers. I call upon Afzal from Desert Vipers. And I call upon Alauddin to come away and give this prize to Afzal as the best bowler. The best wicket keeper of this tournament is Riaz, Duke Riaz from KTFC. I call upon Rahil to give him the prize. I call upon Rahil to give him the prize. So Bond, please collect on behalf of KTFC and give it to Rahil for Duke, the KTFC best wicket keeper. Okay. Now I call upon DCC captain for a few words. Arun, please come forward. Please come forward to give to say a few words about the tournament.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Independence Day for each and everyone. Thank you so much for an opportunity to play in this wonderful tournament for Johnson and then remaining all the team members. And I congratulations for the winners and the losers for the and also the participants, those who are participating in this wonderful. Congratulations for my dear friend Johnson is for his very tough time. So your hard work, I appreciate. Thank you, my players too. Okay.
Arun, thank you so for your word, but please stay, Arun. You have match between Desert Vipers and Bentley Boys. So Arun, please stay, and I call upon Rahil to give away to Arun the trophy for the Bentley Boys runner-up. Requesting anyone from Bentley Boys, please come and pick up your trophy from Arun. Please come and pick up your trophy from Arun. Please, Bentley Boys, please take your trophy from Arun. I call upon Alpesh. Alpesh, the captain of Power Hitters, please come forward to say a few words for this tournament. Alpesh.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to say organizer Johnson's Bhai and Rahil Bhai. It was a very amazing tournament for us, and today hard luck for us also, and overall good tournament, and this is first tournament for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Alpesh. Stay, Alpesh. Alpesh, stay. I call upon the winner of the eliminator final between Bentley Boys and Desert Vipers. I call upon the captain Wakas from Desert Vipers to take his trophy. I call upon all the team members of the Desert Vipers to take a group picture. Please come forward. On a count of 3, 2, 1. Yeah! I call upon the next prize for the best batsman. Best batsman. Nimesh. I call upon Nimesh, please. And the best batsman, please. Yeah. Praveen, please come over and give away the prize. To Nimesh, please. Okay, Nimesh, please come forward again. You are the man of the series. Man of the series. I call upon Derek. Derek, to please come forward and give out the man of the series. Derek, please come forward and give out the man of the series to Alpesh. Nimesh, I call upon Nimesh. I honored. Our league is honored to have Nimesh in our league because such a fine player who has come and honored our league. Thank you, Nimesh. Thank you very much for.
It's easy. Okay. Management for conducting such a good tournament. It's a good tournaments without any problems. Maintain the quality and everything. Management to have more and more tournaments, and we all players will support you.
Thank you, Nimesh.
Kaushal, please come forward. And I call upon the man of the match for the eliminator final between Bentley Boys and Desert Vipers is Fake. Mr. Fake, please come forward. I request players 11 Salmia and Unicorn. Players 11 Salmia and Unicorn. Players 11 Salmia. Winner. Unicorn runner-up. Runner-up for the second eliminator final. Unicorn against players 11 Salmia. We want Unicorn to please come forward and take away your... Unicorn is not there. Okay. 1 minute, no worries. I call upon Afzal to please give away the prize for the final eliminator winner. Players 11 Salmia. Please, Afzal, give away the trophy of the eliminator. Captain Akhil, bring. Congratulations. Akhil, where is the team player, team members?
Munir. Anna, 1 minute.
I call upon the players of Players 11 Salmia to please come forward. Take a picture. Three. On a count of 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Congratulations, team. Players 11 Salmia. And I call upon the man of the match. Man of the match, Munir. I call upon Akhil to give away the man of the match to your player. Akhil to give up man of the match to your player, Munir, for the eliminator final man of the match. Congratulations. Akhil. Thank you. Akhil, one few words about your experience. Yeah.
Habib.
Habib, calling Habib, please come forward to say a few words about our tournament. No, he is not saying anything. But Habib, Malayalam Sansarika. Ilya. Okay. I call upon Unicorn. Nobody? Final man of the match. Final man of the match. Sajir, please come forward to give away the prize for the final man of the match. Sajir Ilya. Okay, Ilya. I call upon Harsh. I call upon Harsh to give away the man of the match for the finals. Final man of the match. Asiri. Come on, welcome. Congratulations. Okay, I call upon Bond to give away the runner-up prize for the final runner-up. Power hitters, come on. I call upon Alpesh and his entire, first Alpesh, then there is entire team members to give away. First Alpesh. Alpesh, first take a picture with Alpesh and then with your final members. First Alpesh single picture with Alpesh single picture then you come. Congratulations. Now I call upon all the team members to please collect your medals. To please collect your medals from your teammates. And then congratulations team. Now I'll say on a count of 3, 2, 1, you have to give a big roar. 3, 2, 1, come on, yay! That's wonderful, that's wonderful, that's wonderful. Congratulations team, congratulations, and we look forward to see you all again. Well done, well played. I call upon the MKCC chairman, Naveen Williams D'Souza, to please come forward. Naveen Williams D'Souza to please come forward to give away the final trophy, the final winners. None other than DCC. Congratulations, well played, well done team. You have really won the match with ease and taken this tournament to the next level. Congratulations team. I call upon the captain Arun, first the captain Arun to take away the trophy first, and then all the individual team members. Congratulations Arun and team DCC. What And I call upon all the team members to please come forward. All of the team members to please come forward and take the picture and the man. Well done team, well done team. It was an excellent performance by each and every team members, team players, especially leading the captain. Captain Derek leading all the way through. Captain Arun and then Vice Captain Derek and all the team members. Especially all the players who have done their part to lift this trophy. Congratulations for winning the Saturday League Season 8. And congratulations once again. Congratulations on a count of 3, 2, 1. Yay! Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Congratulations, Team DCC. Rahil, I call upon you. Congratulations, Team DCC. Prize money as a now I call upon Ben to please come forward to give away the eliminator runner-up to Unicorn team. Ben, please come forward. Ben, please come forward. Bond, please take charge of the camera. I call upon Ben. Ben Creations, owner Ben Creations, who have literally for each and every season, Ben has come forward to support us, to support this league, and to support the entire Kuwait Cricket Committee and its players for the live feed. We are very grateful and thankful to Ben for his services and for his commentator, Jason. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Ben, for coming over and gracing this occasion, especially with your commentary and with the live feed. I am very grateful and thankful. Well done, Ben. And I call upon the Unicorn captain, Vignesh, to please come forward and take the trophy from Ben. 1 minute. First Vignesh, then the... Congratulations, Vignesh. Congratulations, Vignesh. I call upon the Team Unicorn to please come forward. Team Unicorn to please come forward to take away the trophy with your captain, Vignesh. And well done, team. Thiru, please come forward. Congratulations, congratulations. I call upon all the members to take a picture. Okay, when you lift on a count of 3, 2, 1. Yo! Unicorn, congratulations. Congratulations, Team Unicorn. And I call upon for the Fair Play Trophy after this. Thank you, Unicorn. Vignesh, please stay forward. Please come forward, wait. Thank you. Vignesh, congratulations for the runner-up. And I want you to say a few words about our tournament.
It was an excellent tournament, well organized. We know the current situation, what Johnson sir was going through. Still, he managed to conduct the tournament. And special thanks to Rahil. Even though when he was in vacation, he did a wonderful coordination. I know it's very hard to conduct a tournament. It's not easy. There are so much of conflicts. They handled very well. We love to play with Foil Saturday League and more tournaments to go. And we will support as much as we can for this tournament. Thank you, sir. Johnson, sir.
Thank you, Ganesh. Thank you, Team Unicorn. And I call upon Rahil to please collect the Fair Play Trophy on behalf of Panthers. Requesting Rahil to please come forward to take away the Fair Play Trophy on behalf of Panthers. Yeah, we both are collecting the Fair Play Trophy for the Panthers on behalf of Panthers. Congratulations, Team Panthers, for being such a wonderful team that even in the last minute you supported us and you came forward to join this league. Thank you all for your team captains. Okay, now we call upon the committee to take a picture in front of Ben. And thank you, team members, thank you, committee, for organizing this, for helping, for supporting, for cooperating, for taking this tournament to the next level. Thank you. And I thank each and everyone who are here, who have taken the trophy. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to all the team members, all the team captains, all the team managers, vice captains, all the team players for coming over and joining this. Special thanks to Ben once again. And a note to mention NCC management, Shijit, NCC management, CCC management, Telugu Warriors management, and our Power Hitters management. They have really supported us, especially even the red and black management and MKCC management, who have supported us with the ground support, and they have never said no for their ground availability. Especially mentioning NCC once again, that each and every final, each and every match we have played here, it's been a pleasure, it's been a delight. Thank you, Shijit, and your teammates and your NCC management for giving us this opportunity. Once again, thank you, Ben. And please, Rahil, come forward. Rahil was instrumental in finishing this tournament, and I am really grateful for Rahil, and we look forward for season 9 for the teams to come forward. The prize is only 5 KD as a tournament fee, and we start from next week. Once again, thank you everybody, and congratulations Ben, and thank you once again. Over and out from Johnson D'Souza.